And welcome back to some more 303 pedal testing. So let's start by hearing the 303 clean. There we go. The first pedal that we're trying this time is a Behringer Super Fuzz. Now this is a copy of the Boss Hyper Fuzz pedal, which is now quite expensive to buy because it's used by Electric Wizard and other doom metal bands, and it has a very thick and sought after sound now. Let's see how this tone goes with the 303. That was Fuzz 1. We're going to go and try Fuzz 2. I think I kind of prefer the Fuzz 1 setting. I'm going to kick it on the boost setting and we'll try that. Yeah, it's not bad. It has an interesting tone overall. It doesn't quite have that aggression in the top end, but it does sound very thick, and it does sound good. If that's the sort of acid sound you're after, then it's definitely cheap and an affordable pedal. I'd like it to be a bit brighter and a bit more kind of slicing off the top of your head kind of vibe. Let's go on to another pedal. This pedal is the AMT M1, and it is supposedly a JFET clone of a Marshall JCM 800. It's a Russian design, and you can quite easily pick one up online. Yep, really like that one. That is the AMT M1. This pedal is a this pedal is a Fuzz Rite Fuzz Rite clone. I picked this one up on eBay. It came in this rather nice kind of red colour. I don't know how it will sound with the 303. It is a fuzz pedal, and a lot of guitarists use it for like a surf punk kind of sound. Let's try it. It sounds kind of nasty and a bit broken. I don't like it, but you know, it might be quite good for certain sounds. If you wanted to like make it sound glitchy and super on the edge, I think the output of the 303 might be a bit too much for it. This pedal is the Catlinbread Sabbra Cadabbra, which is meant to have a kind of a Black Sabbath sound in a box, so it should be a kind of bit fuzzy and dark. Yeah, clearly that one's great. So the range control, which is this one, is meant to adjust the range of a treble booster pedal, which is on the input. So if you turn it up, you get more low end in the signal. I found that in that little test that it did sound best with that turned up all the way, and I've got the presence about halfway, and you know, the gain and volume to taste. But it did sound good. I thought it was very balanced sounding. It sounds gnarly, edgy, and dangerous, but it doesn't sound broken, and it doesn't sound too smooth either. This pedal is a Mooer Black Secret, and it is meant to be a very close copy of a Rat pedal. And I know that Hardfloor, the kind of acid techno masters from Hamburg, really like using a Rat with their 303. So I'm hoping this will sound quite good. Oh god, that does sound really good. I'm going to turn it down a bit though. thick and excellent. So that was on the vintage mode. I'm going to try the turbo mode. I don't notice a great deal of difference except that the turbo mode is a lot louder, but that's a really good pedal for 303 and it's quite affordable as well and it's small, so definitely recommended. This pedal is the Boss Hyper Metal. I adore this pedal actually. I use it a lot for guitar. Never tried a 303 on it, but I have high hopes. It's not bad. I think we've had better pedals. It is good though. I find the bass a bit flubby. I thought the bass on the Boss HM2 heavy metal sounded a bit tighter, strangely. Although for guitar, I think it's completely the opposite. The high end definitely has a dangerous sort of fizzy edge if you turn it up. Yeah, decent, the Boss HM2 Hyper Metal. HM3 Hyper Metal, sorry. This one is the Boss OD3 Overdrive, and it has a mod kit applied to it from Monte Allums. I'll try an unmodded one at some stage later. Yep, that was really good. No complaints there. This pedal is from Marshall and it's called the Guv'nor. And for guitar pedal heads, this particular one is a made in Korea version. It's meant to have a sort of Marshall amp sound in a box kind of thing. I know it uses LEDs inside the gain stage for clipping. I don't know how it will sound with the TB303, but we'll give it a go now. Tiny bit quiet. I know a lot of people say that the Guv'nor's not great for the 303, but I kind of disagree after that test. I've never tried it before, but I think it's quite versatile. It's a tiny bit quiet, even with the level on full, but you can get a lot of colors and textures of distortion because you've got a 3-band EQ as well as the gain control, and I thought that was quite good. I'd definitely use that in a track. This is one of the first overdrive pedals. Well, it's not an original one; it's a reissue. It's a Dodd 250, and Yngwie Malmsteen, who is kind of a difficult guy, but I do like his playing. Is famous for using one of these. It's also quite a similar circuit to the MXR Dist Plus. I'm not sure who ripped off who, whether it was Dodd ripped off MXR or MXR ripped off Dodd. In any case, we're going to give it a play. That sounds really gnarly. I like it a lot. I've basically got the level on full and I'm adjusting the gain. This has a Monte Allums mod kit in it as well, which is in this switch. I'm going to try the different settings. Let's switch it over. I don't notice a great deal of difference between the different modes of the mod kit. On guitar, you hear it straight away, so that's interesting. But anyway, you can pick up a reissued Dodd 250 quite cheap, and they're quite easy to build as well. I wouldn't get an original one because they're very expensive. But I thought that's got kind of got a twisted, gnarly sound. Like it. This rather large pedal is the Amptweaker Tight Metal Pro. And when I used to be in a rock band, I used to quite often use this pedal, and because it's got a quite nice boost for solos and a nice rhythm setting. I don't know how it will sound with the 303. I'm a bit worried it might be quite guitar orientated. On the other hand, there is like a ton of switches and stuff, so I reckon we can find something that sounds quite good. Let's try it. Clearly that has some good tones in it for the 303. I mean, it sounded good straight away, I thought. I did play with all the switches, so the mid boost, I didn't hear an awful lot of difference when I engaged that. Likewise, the thrash switch, which is meant to take out some mid range. I mean, I did hear that a bit, but it wasn't a great sound. Edge and smooth, I did like edge. I thought it sounded really good with the 303. The noise gate did cut out quite a bit of sound, annoying sound in between. As for the rest of the controls, they were quite subtle. I think it's because this is such a high gain pedal and the 303 has a much higher output than a guitar. But it did sound great. Yeah, decent. I mean, I don't think I would recommend this just because it's quite an expensive pedal, and I think there's definitely better options out there than that for the 303, but it is good. If you've got one, it's definitely worth running your 303 through it. Let's try. Ooh, that is the last one. Okay, so final thoughts. What did I like? This was a really good part. All the pedals sounded quite good. I thought that maybe the Black Secret, the Rat copy, had quite a lot of variation, sounded really good with the 303, and this Mooer copy, the Black Secret, definitely quite good. And the other one that I thought was quite good was this Amped M1, the JCM 800 sounding pedal. I thought there was a lot of mileage in that, and I liked all the settings. So let us finish this video for now, and come back again where we'll do another pedal shootout.